What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Binged Podcast, episode number 9, recorded live on June 6th, 2016, right after Game of Thrones episode number 7. It's the 7, yes. The Broken Man. With me, we have John Prosser.
Hi,
Hello.
It's me. I was going to blow a little party horn, but I decided against it. Here's a ripped one. There you go. A little toot for you.
Thank you.
Here.
Thank you.
I've arrived.
And all right, so what do we think? No, hi Brian. We have Brian with us too. Hello. Hi Brian.
That hurt my feelings everywhere.
Get over it. How are you, Brian?
That's
all
okay,
right.
Brian. No one loves you.
Hey, John, fuck you.
So last night we had a very short Game of Thrones episode.
Yeah, 50 minutes.
50 minutes, even a couple minutes shorter than the first 6 of the season, which have already been kind of short.
My old man neighbor just decided to saw something in his shed. At what time?
At what time?
9:22. Okay. Thank you.
Good thing I can't hear it. We're fine. John, what'd you think of the episode last night?
It was good. I think it was another one of those just like I watched the whole episode this time, like all the way through in one sitting. So that's good. It kept my attention, and it was a good one. You can tell it's like it was setting up for some more stuff. But all in all, it was a pretty good episode.
Good. Brian,
I liked it. I thought it was more of a talkie than the other couple that have been.
More talky, less dewy.
Yeah. What throws me off is the fact that.
Okay. Sorry.
Jesus. John, you didn't like the last one that much, but somehow you like this one more, which was
there was
surprising.
more dialogue to this one.
Yeah. A lot less things being done. So
we had a lot of almost time travel with Jon Snow bouncing around. He
almost pissed myself within 15 seconds.
For real. Oh my God. And I thought it was okay. You know, I get really excited about this build up. Like, it's like building up pressure like every week. It's like a little more excitement. And I'm just waiting for like...
And then you ejaculate. Excitement.
Oh my God.
I'm waiting for the release of episode 9 because we know Game of Thrones history will repeat itself and episode 9 is going to be the big one, like always.
It usually is episode 9, right?
Yeah, it always is. It's always like build up.
It was episode 10 one time, I think.
Like the first season, maybe.
Well, last season, Jon Snow died on what episode?
10.
Johnny didn't really die.
But we had the huge battle on episode 9. It was like the climax of the season.
Yeah.
Just, Jon Snow dying was the cliffhanger. Every season there's a cliffhanger on episode 10, and this season, who knows what it's going to be? Maybe the wall falls. Yes.
Well, we're talking about cliffhangers in the end of the season.
Cut to you. Sorry.
What's your question?
Do you think so I can't... How did season 4 end? Exactly. On like a...
Do you want me to ask? Like, actually
that was... I want to say that was the Red Wedding.
That was season 3.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Season 4, we left with the mountain being...
It was the children.
Yeah, that's right.
Tyrion killed Tywin.
Okay, yeah. So that wasn't like a sad cliffhanger.
No.
Season 3 ended kind of sad. Last season was pretty sad, even though people were just more confused than sad, I guess, at that point. But do you think that this season ends with like a major oh my God, why? Or
yes.
just something that gets you excited for next season?
It's probably going to be a lot of both. It's going to be probably a lot of just shit and tension and sad stuff and oh my God, I'm so excited for next season kind of stuff. It's going to be all sorts of emotions.
I hope it's not
a glass box of emotion.
I hope it's not just really, really teasy and it actually does some things for like the storyline. It doesn't just I hope it doesn't Walking Dead it where
it feels like they don't have enough episodes left to be teasy about anything.
No, they really. I mean, to be fair, they don't have enough episodes left in general, and to waste any amount of time on them is just really sad.
Yeah, I think it's 100% confirmed pretty much that there's 13 episodes left, and I think they know that next season's going to be 6 or 7 episodes.
I think 7 next season, and then season after that is going to be 6. Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus. I think you're right. That sucks.
It's rough. It's rough thinking about.
Right. But let's get on to last night's episode. Let's start with our usual scene list. We start off. I honestly don't know where we are, except I think it's somewhere near the Veil. Correct me. I don't know
actually.
I think it's somewhere near the Veil because that's kind of last where we found where we left off the Hound story was
off the Veil, yeah.
Yeah, they had just left the Veil, Hound and Arya, when they met Brienne and Podrick, and then almost killed him. But we found out yesterday, that he was alive. The Hound's back, which is yay. I love the Hound. He's one of my favorite characters, and he continues to be. And he looks even more fucked up on the side of the face now than he used to be.
He loves chicken. We know that.
I'm Googling this to see if there's a definitive. Here's where he was.
I'm on Wikipedia, and it doesn't really have anything.
I didn't even know that the guy he was with was named Ray until I started looking at.
Well, it actually wasn't supposed to be.
What?
His actual name in the book is Septon Marigold. That's it.
It's probably Ray Marigold, and they just never said his name.
Maybe. I didn't think about that, actually.
But I mean, yeah. I saw one of the Game of Thrones videos they put up on YouTube. He was like, I was one of those really innocent guys that wanted to bring peace to the world, and I died in one episode. Surprise.
Yeah.
That's what happens in Westeros.
Nothing good happens ever.
No.
I know that, that actor is pretty famous.
Yeah,
and
I know I've seen him before.
Everyone kind of got pissed off because before this season aired, he tweeted.
Yeah.
And he's like, I told them that I didn't want to be in Game of Thrones or whatever. I forget what his reasoning was.
Mm-hmm.
But he said that he only agreed because it's a one-off character.
Okay.
Wow.
And
that's
so
really
everyone
sad,
got
actually.
pissed because they knew that as soon as they would see him, he spoiled it, that he'd be dead in the episode. So
Jesus.
But yeah. He was pretty cool. Pretty good actor too.
I liked him. Yeah, I was
sorry. By the way, Jordan.
Yes.
I was just looking for scene list and I got an ad and it just played a bunch of dubstep in my ear. So if you heard that, or if it gets picked up later, sorry.
It's okay. I'll fix it later.
Because it was just like all of a sudden.
I didn't hear it.
Brian, do you want to keep a little list of stuff to come back to later?
I don't actually have much, but I'll do my best.
We'll find some stuff. One thing one thing I want you to add to your list because I can't really keep a list right now.
Sure.
I want to kind of come back to just the Hound and why he's back and what importance there is to him right now. And
absolutely.
One of the questions that Ray asked him was what kept you alive? He's like,
he said fucking hate.
Yeah, that's all he said was just hate. Hate. What does he want? Does he want to kill Arya? Does he want to kill Brienne? Does he want to kill Sir Robert Strong that he doesn't know is Sir Robert Strong? He's probably going to be like, oh my god, my brother's reanimated.
I think he just honestly just hates everybody.
My brother's a zombie.
I mean, you could tell though for a solid 11 seconds Game of Thrones time, probably 3 years worth of time, he was starting to kind of turn. He was starting to get a little bit of innocence to him where he was like, maybe the world isn't so bad after all, especially after Ray's speech. And then they all die, so...
yeah, he quickly changed his mind.
They left off with him just picking up that axe. We're like, yep, he's back. That
was so badass, though.
That was sweet.
And I kind of felt like it made me feel good, kind of seeing his expressions on his face change. Oh, maybe there is more than death. Maybe I'd be better off if I wasn't so full of hate and just enjoyed my life and stuff.
And then the show goes
peace and soup and stuff.
Lol, nope.
Yep. Lol, nope. Go back to kill people, Hound.
Yep.
Fuck you.
They're getting pretty graphic with the hangy stuff this season, huh?
Did you forget how Joffrey died?
That was.
I know. Up. I think Brian knows this. I've seen a lot of graphic stuff, but I
love hanging. It's your favorite.
For some reason I have a huge problem with hanging. It creeps me out, and it doesn't surprise me that the show shows it so graphically,
show,
and kind of accurately, but still, I don't. It feels weird when I see it. I'm like, oh my god.
I'm just happy we get dicks on the show. That's fantastic.
I'm sure you are, Brian.
Oh god, I wish that was a segue into the next scene, but it isn't.
What are you talking about? Of course it is. It segues perfectly into
Marjorie and the High Sparrow.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking about dicks, she doesn't desire them anymore.
That's true. She did say that. He was like, the High Sparrow asked Marjorie, why have you not joined Tommen in the wedding bed?
I really don't feel like fucking a teenager. I'm sorry.
But that was really interesting. We kind of know for sure now that Marjorie is absolutely putting on an act, and I kind of...
For sure.
I mentioned that last week, and you guys were like, oh, I didn't really think about that. And she totally is. I mean...
Oh, yeah.
The way she...
Well, I knew that Marjorie was putting on an act. What I did know, or what I didn't think about, was what you mentioned about Tommen being in on it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't think Tommen's like in on it. I think he just naturally believes her. Like, he's just like going along for the ride. She's the one that's smart as hell and is like, Tommen's malleable as hell, so I'm going to bring him along for the ride.
He's a potato.
He really is. I mean, the High Sparrow talked to him for like 3 seconds, and...
How is he a potato? What does that mean?
He's just... Soaks up water?
He's a potato. He's a human potato. He doesn't...
You lost me.
He doesn't matter.
How about sponge?
Anyone can kind of just make any kind of french fries they want out of him.
Potato sponge.
I figured a ball of silly putty makes more sense, but to each his own, I guess.
Right. One thing we can come back to this, Brian, if you want to add it to your list, is the rose that Marjorie drew. Like, what kind of code? There's obviously code there. She didn't just draw a rose and be like, "Here, Grandma, look what I drew."
Actually, I mean, I think she did. I think it was just her saying, like, literally, because that's Highgarden's symbol is the rose, and I think that's all she had to say was like, "Listen, you know what this means, old woman. I still love our house."
I guess that's true.
I don't think that was anything more than that, to be totally honest.
And I think she got her point across when she's just like,
when she like gave her grandma a rug burn.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
She grabbed Olena's wrist and was like, squeezed the hell out of it.
Oh, no, that's not what that was. She was passing a crumpled note in. That's why I made that noise.
Oh,
it wasn't her twisting her old lady wrist.
I thought that's what it was.
Jesus. Like, holy shit, Marjorie, that was intense.
Okay, so next episode. Wow, next scene.
Yeah,
I'm fucked up. Sorry. We go back and forth a lot.
It really did.
But
it
not,
really did.
Not right now. We're beyond the wall. Sansa, Jon Snow, and Davos, they're trying to get the free folk to fight for him. And this was actually a really cool scene.
That was a great scene. I agree.
Love it. Was, like you said, it was the talkie. This was a lot of great dialogue where Jon Snow rallies all the different wildling groups, even the giants. He was like, Snow.
1-1 was all for him.
Yeah. All of one giant was
that's all you fucking need.
Yeah. They killed one already, so that sucks.
Yeah, then 1-1.
I mean, you could tell that the free folk were not having it at first, and
then Tormund was all like, "Bro, he actually died for us.
He literally died for us." And look,
he's like, "Shit, you got us there. He's not wrong."
I mean, I thought it was cool. He was like, he died for us, and if we're not willing to do the same, then we're cowards.
And everyone's like, "Fuck."
They were like,
I love when Jon was like, "Hey, are they serious? Do you think they'll actually help me?" And he's like, "We're stupid."
Yeah.
No, that's not what he said at all. He's just like, we don't.
Essentially, Brian, he's...
See, you took it as we're stupid, and I heard we're straightforward. We don't fucking beat around the bush. If we're going to kill you, we're going to fucking look you in the eye and stab you in the dick.
That's true. Oh. So next scene, we have Olenna and Cersei, and Cersei's like, "Oh, so I heard you're leaving your children and grandchildren here because why?" And Olenna pretty much was just like, "Cersei, you're retarded. This is all your fault."
That's a pretty good summary.
Yeah,
not wrong.
We cut through that because I hate Cersei. So the less we talk about her, the better.
Oh, I like Cersei.
Until she dies, then we could talk about it for an entire episode.
I don't think anyone hates Cersei the way Jordan hates Cersei.
I love Cersei.
I hate her. Her hair still hasn't grown back that much.
I have some interesting thoughts on Cersei as well. So okay. I'm gonna put that to the list.
Okay, Cersei rant.
So yes, well, probably not a rant because I don't hate her, Jordan, but
I do.
I know what you're saying.
And then
I love Cersei.
Another good scene where we're at the Riverlands, where the siege is happening on Blackfish, and it's just all these people
are royally fucking it up.
The Freys are just like, we're gonna we're gonna hang Edmure, and they're just like,
it's like, we're gonna do it, I swear.
No, you're not.
And Blackfish is like, go on.
Yep, go ahead and hang him.
Like, shit, he called us on it.
You're not actually gonna do it. And I just love how Jamie and Bronn. Fuck, Bronn's back. I love that. Bronn's another one of my favorite characters.
He's a really good character.
Yes. And they just roll up with like, who knows how many thousands of people.
I think it was actually 8,000.
8,000? And the phrase were just like, oh, hi. And Jamie's like, great job.
It's like, what the fuck?
You let like 8,000 people through your lines. You guys are awful. We could have been somebody else. And
it's like, you got this stupid ass football hat. Get out of here.
I fucking love badass Jamie.
Well, I mean, the Blackfish kind of
emasculated. We haven't gotten to there yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got to see, it was nice seeing badass Jamie, and then it was sad seeing badass Jamie kind of not be so badass.
Well, I mean, he made someone more badasser. That's all.
He was
more badasser.
Yeah.
He was talky badass this episode. I liked him in this. He was like he was so direct, I guess. I don't know.
I love
and
him. He was talking about like you look like a fool if you don't like actually follow through with your threats. He's like if you talk one more time, I'm gonna hit you in the face. And he fucking did, just backhanded him right in the mouth.
What you mean? And he fucking pimp slapped him.
With his gold hand, which
that
probably
was his gold hand.
Hurt like a bitch.
Yeah. Jesus.
Dude, you'd lose like all your teeth if you got hit with a gold hand.
Probably lose all your fucking senses too if you had any.
Probably a couple jawbones broken too.
Oh god.
So then after we're out of the Riverlands, we're back with Jon Snow and Sansa again and Davos. They're at Bear Island, and we see a new character for the first time. It's Lady Mormont.
Her first name is actually Lyanna, by the way.
Yeah, Lyanna Mormont.
So to feed into the hype train.
The hype train.
Yeah. On aboard.
She was awesome. She was such an awesome actress.
Yeah, she really was very good.
Badass little 10-year-old. I mean, at least we know that she's 10 years old from last season. I think somebody talked about her and was like, and we have the Mormonts on.
It was Stannis and Jon.
Yeah. And they're like, and she's like a girl of 10. Great. But
and she's the one who said like there's only one king in the north or one king that we follow and his name is Stark or some shit like that.
Yeah. I mean she's
just like fuck off Stannis.
But I love this scene a lot. The maester keeps like leaning in to say something and she was just like, shut up. I want to hear Davos speak. Davos Seaworth is awesome.
Dude, Davos is totally awesome.
He's a diplomat and he's a regular dude. He doesn't have the highborn speak like everybody else.
Yeah, and he was like, I'm Davos of Seaworth, and she started to talk over. He's like, don't bother asking about my name because it's rather new.
It's a small house.
New is an understatement.
Right. And then they were like, all right, so how many men do we expect to see?
Oh my God, that was great.
62.
I was expecting her to say 62 and 500 women.
I was expecting 62, 1,000.
Yeah, I was thinking 62.
Oh, actually 62.
I was thinking like it was going to be 62 and Jon's like 62 and she says 1,000, but it was just 62 and it was hilarious.
No, yeah, I think Bridget and I were watching it and I made the joke. He said, how many men can we expect? And I said 25. And then when she actually said 60, I was like, ooh, I didn't want that to happen.
Yeah. I loved it though. That was great. And
that was
then
a good scene.
We're back. Jamie, this is actually where Jamie was talking to Blackfish.
Brynden Tully.
Yes. He was actually confronting him. I was like, this is like how battles started off back then. Like they lower the gate and we're just like, hey, and they're like chatting for a minute on the bridge and then walk away.
So that was a siege. It wasn't really a battle.
Well, yeah.
And they were parlaying for potential peace. You know, so like Jamie's like, listen, do you really want to do this? And they're both kind of like, I don't know. And then Brendan's just like, okay, I'm going to do this. You actually suck. And then, pretty much.
This is true. And then just real quick, we're back with Snow and Sansa, and I forget. Fuck, that's all I wrote was Jon Snow and Sansa and Davos. I think they're back.
They were in the camp at that point.
Yeah, they're back beyond the wall, like within 15 seconds. I mean,
no, I don't think they were. No, they weren't. They weren't beyond the wall.
Oh yeah, you're right. They were somewhere though. I forget. That's because
they were in some sort of camp, if I remember right.
I didn't write
it?
I didn't write anything down. I'm kind of upset.
They did speak to the House Glover, which the guy gave a very interesting speech.
You're right. That's where they are.
Which was actually supposed to be a whole lot more than it was from the books. But regardless, it was still good.
Yeah. I mean, he was just like, fuck off.
Yeah. Kind of sad because the guy was right. He did actually, or rather that house did support Robb in the War for the North.
And then kind of
it didn't really work out.
Nope, because then then they kind of got taken over by the Boltons.
It was a pretty shitty situation.
No, they got taken over by the Greyjoys, and then the Boltons helped take their castle back. And then they were like, so why would we turn around and fight the people that helped us give our home back?
That was back when the house was in the hands of somebody who had some strategic and cruel but efficient mind,
Yes.
With Roose, and now they're with Ramsay, who just fucking, Jesus.
And then next scene, we're with Theon and Yara, and we found out that Yara
plays for both teams.
Oh, I didn't think that. I thought that was a given from the beginning.
I did not know that, but she very thoroughly enjoys the women.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all we saw. Okay, keep in mind,
she sucked on a girl's titty.
All we saw from her in the show sexually is Theon with his hand down her pants on a horse.
Well,
this
is
true.
That was more about Theon than her.
That probably.
I know, but she was into it.
No, she wasn't into it. She was.
That's what turned her.
No,
She's like, I changed my mind.
No, that was more about her seeing what type of person Theon was. She's not as she's not dumb. That was.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, John. She was into it.
Oh my god! But very awesome kind of speech by her. She's like, drink this beer or kill yourself.
That's that's pretty much what she said.
She was like, suck it up, Theon. Like, you're not Reek anymore. You're Theon Greyjoy, motherfucker.
I did actually feel really bad for him.
Yeah, he's sitting there like, I don't.
He was like,
I don't want to.
Vibrating at the. He was like trying to pop a boner that he didn't have. It was really sad.
I mean, yeah, probably he's seeing all these naked women walk around and phantom boner. Probably really
phantom boner.
Probably really fucks with your mind. I mean,
phantom blue balls too. I would assume.
John,
is John broken?
Maybe.
Or drinking water and almost spit it everywhere.
That might be a fantastic superhero or villain.
Phantom boner.
Out of nowhere, you just get really tense and uncomfortable. It's like, oh shit.
Oh shit. Phantom boner. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, please.
But actually, no, not. Well, we have to stay here for a second because she promised
to stay here.
she promises to go to Dany, and think about it though. Last time we saw her, she was all the way over on the Iron Islands. I almost said flew. They did not fly. They sailed all the way around Westeros, and they're all the way. They were already over at.
That looked like Lys, I bet.
I heard Volantis. They're in Volantis.
Oh, okay, that's close. That's that is Volantis.
Very far away. So they're within an episode, Game of Thrones episode time of Daenerys. Well, at least of Meereen, pretty much. They're pretty close to Meereen at this point because they're not on Westeros anymore. They're on the other continent.
What is the area called over there? Do you remember?
I don't know.
Oh, Essos. That's it.
Thank you.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yes. And when I first saw the ships and that, I was like, oh, they're back at the Iron Islands and Euron already built 1,000 ships and blah, blah, blah. But no, it was
That's actually what I thought that was for a second too. Interesting.
But it was actually Yara and Theon. So I was pretty happy about that. I'm really excited about that.
I'm curious what's actually going to happen there.
All the Dothraki are going to ride their wooden horses over to Westeros.
Let's see. Where is okay, so there's the Iron Islands, there's Pike. So they went all the way down in south, went around Dorne, and right there, straight across, parallel with Dorne, is Volantis.
Yeah.
They actually went right past Lys, and looks like, from what I'm seeing, I'm trying to figure out where Meereen is. Jesus, there's so many things.
I don't know anything about Essos.
Meereen is a little bit farther east.
Okay.
So they're actually have already traveled
the majority of the way.
3 times as far as the journey from Volantis to Mirian would be. But it looks like if they're going to go via sea, they're going to have to go through the ruins of Valyria, which would be interesting.
Isn't that where Jorah and them found all the...
Yeah, that was
the grayscale guys?
You're right, that was Valyria.
Oh my god, watch them both die.
That's right. That makes sense because that's how Varys got Tyrion to
Because I
Meereen.
think Tyrion was either in Lys or Volantis whenever he was captured. Interesting.
I'm pretty sure that was Volantis, actually.
I love being able to map this stuff out.
Right.
Like, it's so cool.
When everything kind of starts to, like, mesh together.
Jordan, I'm going to put this picture in the group chat just because it's actually, like, really useful.
Okay.
And it's a really, like, well-done map.
Okay. Now we can move on. I'm glad we stuck around that scene for a minute. Next up, we're back with Jon Snow, Davos, and Sansa again. Actually, beyond the wall now, and they're at the camp. And I wrote down here, I was like, Davos is like a nanny. Because we have the two different clans are like fighting, and Davos is like, and he walks over, like tries to break it up, and they're like throwing him around. And I thought it was kind of funny.
I'm sad that we didn't get to see that scene like kind of finalize itself because I got real excited when Jon Snow marched over there.
He wouldn't have done anything really. It was just more,
It was more or less just like I think they're foreshadowing a little bit that there's some tension between the clans because they're probably not all 100% like, yeah, we're fighting for a crow.
Well, actually, what I was thinking, because if you noticed, Lady Mormont was there as well with her fight. So I think that fight actually may have been between northern soldiers and wildlings.
That's a good
And then
point.
being like, what the fuck, why are we even here? You know, that sort of thing.
I didn't think about that.
So I think that's actually what that was, which would make more sense to me. Yes. Because do you remember the Glovers' reaction to potentially fighting with wildlings?
They were like, what the hell?
It was real bad. They weren't too into it.
Okay. So yeah, no, that was actually a good picture that you sent me. Thank you for the map.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Welcome. Next scene. We're back with the Hound, wherever the hell they are, somewhere in the Vale area.
Yeah, I think that was probably around the Riverlands too, because I think the guys who robbed them were the Brotherhood without banners, and they only really hang out around the Riverlands.
That's true.
So, to be honest, they're actually not far away, really. They're like neighboring areas.
That's true.
So that would... God, the map is useful. Because I wasn't sure where they were in relation to each other. But yeah, so, there you go.
But yeah, so the Brotherhood killed that whole village of innocent, peaceful people, and whatever the hell they were building, which is very small.
I think it was a sept.
You think so? I mean, it wasn't very large.
I don't know why I think that, but I think it was a sept.
Well, he was a septum.
Yeah, he was a septum.
He did say that, and he had the little necklace with the 7-pointed star in it.
Right. I don't know if he was an official septon or not, or if he was just a traveling guy, because my memory of the books is fading quickly.
Yeah.
Especially the side characters, because there's a fucking million of them. So
this is true. And then I thought it was really interesting. One of the Brotherhood guys said, "For the night is dark and full of terrors," and that's definitely what keyed it off, that they're Brotherhood because they follow the Lord of Light.
I was really hoping it wasn't too, because I think as Bridget and I were watching, I was like, no, the Brotherhood without banners wouldn't do that. And then I was like, well, shit.
They're kind of assholes.
I mean, they weren't supposed to be.
But they are.
I'm pretty sure
you have to accept that the book's different from the show, Brian.
No. Well, I'm pretty sure that this is evidence of a Brotherhood without banners, without Beric Dondarrion.
That's true.
And what if they're being led by somebody else, Catelyn Stark?
Oh yeah, Lady Stoneheart. Lady Stoneheart.
God,
shit, right?
I need it so much.
She probably won't be in it. The more I think about it, but I hope.
I mean, I don't know. The next episode 8, is
called No One.
No One.
Yeah. So obviously some Arya revelations, hopefully.
That's true. In a way. Speaking of that, that's the next scene.
Oh boy.
Chelsea was messaging me, and she's very set on the fact that she was not stabbed, which is
she got fucking prison shanked.
Yeah, she got stabbed twisted and everything. She's bleeding quarts at a time. And she jumped in the river like on purpose. Like she did that to save herself. I mean, you know, dirty water is definitely what cleans wounds. So
that scene really pissed me off.
Yeah.
When that,
the
did
old
you
lady,
guys react?
I was like, oh, yeah, it scared the shit out of me. It's like, what?
No, as soon as I saw her, like the old lady come up, I was like,
yeah, as soon as I saw the old lady, I knew.
I wasn't.
She looked like the fucking, who was the, from...
Old Nan?
No, the Disney movie with the apple.
Oh, from Snow White.
Yeah, Snow White. She looked like the old lady witch thing from Snow White.
Okay, seriously, like, if I was Arya and I had just been being trained by a cult of death assassins and I escaped them and knew that they'd be following me to kill me, I wouldn't just be taking in the sights and talking to old women.
Yeah.
I'd be hiding. Like, just like, oh, yes, stranger? I'm just like, how can I help you?
Yeah.
That scene really pissed me off.
I mean, she did kind of have a point that she didn't have Needle with her, but I think what happened is that Game of Thrones time is very... You never know how long time is between scenes. I mean...
Yeah, we really don't.
Last time we saw Arya, she just escaped, essentially, and ran away. Yeah. And she'd got Needle, but she hid somewhere. And since then, she'd been collectively stealing from people. She cleaned herself up pretty well. She's walking around like she owns the place.
A little bit, yeah.
She had her guard down. That was what I think. She's just
probably right.
She's just walking around. She's like, I'm leaving tomorrow morning. You know, she's on the bridge. She's staring at. Yeah, she's staring at the big statue that's in front of Davos and Bravos.
With the big old, because it has a dick on it.
Big old Davos.
It has a dick on it? I didn't know that.
It has a penis, yeah.
That's great.
In chat, Chelsea said, listen, I'm telling you, it's not her blood. Guys, we saw her mask in season 5.
No, she got stabbed.
Yeah.
She got stabbed.
I'm sorry. Like, I know you're trying to come up with something, but it's not working.
I mean, listen, if she's not dead, if she would have died right there, we could have been like, ah.
We already know. I mean, from what we saw about, from what we saw about next episode is they're chasing. There's a chase scene already. We see.
Yeah, she was fucking parkouring with a stab wound. I'm sure she's fine.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen worse shit happen.
Yeah,
and you know, it was. I mean, we saw the Hound is the perfect example. He was left for dead on some rocks by Arya.
Yeah,
he has like 12 broken ribs.
Yeah,
broken leg, broken arm, blood from down his face. And he's like, don't leave me here, kill me, and he's alive now.
It sounds really weird. Okay.
No. There was definitely the waif shanking Arya, like prison style, like from the back. Like,
yeah, that was a really bad noise, Jordan.
Sorry. I'll cut it out later.
No, keep it. I like it.
She's going to be fine. Arya's going to be fine. She's one of the strongest characters right now.
Well, I mean, she's still like a little girl, but
yeah,
she's definitely willpower strong.
You're right. I mean, she's going to be fine.
I mean, she couldn't like arm wrestle with anybody, but she'll shrug off a couple stab wounds.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of got first of all, I saw when the old lady came up, I knew that it was not gonna be good.
I knew it was.
But when I saw her just get fucking shanked, I was like, "Oh fuck!" Like that's it. I know. I thought she was gonna keep going, but Arya got away. But for like a split second, I was like, "Wow, they just killed Arya in front of us."
Well, and plus, the one thing that's really kept me knowing that Arya is not gonna die is that she has superior plot armor to anybody else. You know what that means? Plot armor. Because I was explaining that to Bridget. Essentially, if she were to die, the entire time spent in Bravos there's no reason for it. I mean, there's legitimately like nothing came from it other than Arya dying. Yeah. So
it's like we hate the story now. She's dead.
So she can't die. It's like unless they just don't fucking care. Like that'd be the only way, you know.
Yeah. So we had a lot of kind of big things happen. Kind of big things. We had the Hound came back. Arya
a lot of kind of big stuff. Yeah.
Hound came back. Arya almost died. She's gonna be fine.
She's all right.
Lady Mormont appeared finally.
Yes,
that's great. I'm so excited. And possibility of Brotherhood with a new leader.
Hopefully, one with a stony heart and a cut throat and red eyes.
Yep,
all that stuff.
Dude, I would love that.
and all the Starks will be reunited.
You know, it's interesting. Like, for a while there, it was getting pretty rough with, like, the amount of Starks we had, at least on hand.
Yeah.
And now the only ones that are really dead, at least supposedly, are Ed and Rob. Everyone else is still kicking.
Yeah. I mean,
in some fashion.
I mean,
really weird.
Lady Catelyn's probably...
Even Benjen's alive. Like,
exactly.
You know.
Yeah, like, Benjen's back. Arya's no longer a faceless man. Sansa is reclaiming her Sansa Stark name. Like, we saw she wrote that letter, and she signed it Sansa Stark.
Now, do we actually know where that letter went? Or where she's going to send it?
Well, we can only guess that she had talked to Jon about, we need to go here to get more people, because that's when they were beyond the wall. They were talking, we only have 62 from the Mormonts. We have 80 here. We have like 1,000 here, blah, blah, blah. It's like, they're like, that's not enough. Yeah. And she's like, I know we can fight. Like, we can go here and get more people. And Jon's like, no, we need people now. We can't spend the time there. She sent that letter to wherever they were talking about, and I forget what they were talking about.
I wonder if, instead of there, I wonder if she sent a letter to Littlefinger at the Vale. Because he promised her all the Knights of the Vale.
Interesting.
That's a lot of people.
And I'm telling you, though, this is another one of those, like, foreshadow moments. They're going to be amidst battle. And it's going to look
Littlefinger's going to come riding up on his donkey.
Doom and gloom for Jon Snow and his army again. And we're going to have another army again come save his ass, just like what happened to Stannis. You know, Stannis' army comes in and kills, like, saves Jon Snow from the wildlings and all that shit. So that's what's going to happen. They're going to be fighting the Boltons. Boltons look like they're winning. And
then Jon Snow out of nowhere.
Yep. So...
Yep.
We'll see.
Probably not going to happen next episode. I really doubt it because they didn't talk about it. They didn't show it.
That'd be pretty surprising, yeah.
What we do know from the next episode is we see finally a real showdown between all the Sparrows and Cersei with Robert Strong.
Oh boy!
And they kind of showed like a quick snippet. She's standing there smiling like the little bitch that she is.
Oh my God!
Jesus, Jordan.
Probably means
pull it back.
Probably means that all the Sparrows are dead, and she wins again. She wins.
To be fair, the Sparrows are way worse than Cersei.
I know, but she created them.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
We also know of next episode, Brienne and Jaime kind of reunite.
Dude, I am so excited.
I know.
Well, I think that Jaime has to choose now.
I hope he chooses the ugly one.
But
Brienne?
He also said in that preview that he will kill every last Tully to get back home to Cersei, whatever that means.
Well, I know what we needed to talk about, Brian. We'll add it to the list. Is Brienne being a Duncan from?
Oh, we talked about that.
Was that last week?
Either last week or the week before. We had touched on that though. I do love that the fact that it's true though.
Yeah. Fuck. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot we talked about that already.
Hey, it's cool, yo.
Okay. John.
Well, I mean, I'm just mentioning that I'm pretty excited about it because, I mean, at this point it looks like Jaime's going to have to decide whether he's going to be Team Cersei or Team Brienne. And it's going to be interesting seeing them come back together again and see where his loyalties lie.
Yeah. Nice job with the words.
Yeah. John's using words correctly.
I'm using words.
Very shocking. I've never heard it before.
I kind of think that he's still going to choose Team Cersei, but I think he still kind of has like feelings for Brienne.
Maybe. I think he has more respect for her than anything else, to be honest.
But, I mean, he's ultimately still going to choose his sister.
Gay.
Not gay. Incest.
The opposite.
Sorry, I forgot what word to use.
It's okay. And then
it's okay.
It's okay. Next episode, we also know that we see Waif and Arya are chasing each other while she's bleeding out. Possibly. Hopefully we'll see what happens there. And there's like a whole bunch of different like little like 3 like millisecond clips that they're like cycle through. We see Podrick look like he's getting hung. But
no,
it's Bronn just like giving him a big hug.
Grabbing him and be like, "Oi,
hey, what's going on?"
What are you doing?
That was kind of cool. because we know that Podrick is with Brienne and Bronn is with Jaime, and Jaime's with almost said Sansa, Brienne. So we know all of them are together, and Bronn likes Podrick. So
yeah, everyone loves Pod. He's got a big dick.
Yeah, he does. Apparently,
that's what the ladies say, and I trust the ladies.
That's what all the ladies say about him. I forget what else we saw about the next episode, but
we got distracted by talking about Pod's penis.
Yeah, I hope we don't actually see it because apparently we've been seeing.
Well, I mean, the frame's probably not big enough to take it. Apparently,
we need a wider camera.
We need more lenses.
Yeah. Okay, so what's some stuff we want to kind of like theorize about? Yeah, like what do we think we're going to be seeing?
I don't know. I'm actually at a loss because this episode did a lot, but at the same time, nothing really changed too much.
Yeah, like this was like one of the first episodes where like there weren't more questions to be asked. Like,
yeah, it's pretty out there.
Except for the fact, like, where's the Hound going? That's about it.
He's going to fuck some stuff up for sure.
We don't know. I don't know who. I mean, I know everybody keeps talking about Clegane Bowl, so...
Well, I would say the Brotherhood is first on the list.
That's probably true. He's probably going to go...
Possibly.
Because he hated them to begin with. I mean...
Well, they did try to burn him alive, so...
That's true.
I mean, I don't blame the guy for not being too into him.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how badass he is, or if he just dies immediately.
He might die immediately.
I think he's
What's the next episode called?
No one.
So the Hound dies. Essentially.
No, that's not allowed to happen.
Well, yeah. I don't know that. Yeah, I just don't know anything that's gonna happen. Like, it doesn't seem like at this point there's really much to even go off of. Honestly.
Yeah.
It just feels very like in between. You know.
There's more setup for next episode to just be another big setup episode.
Yeah.
For like the season climax, which is always episode 9. Talked about that earlier. And 9's just going to be a wealth of information. 10's going to be some settling and then cliffhanger. That's how the
10 is usually when they pick up the pieces of what happened in 9.
Exactly. Like, they settle like the dust.
It's usually like, oh Jesus, what do we do?
So where do you see it ending this season?
I don't know.
I kind of see the White Walkers kind of making their way through through the wall.
Yeah, maybe knocking the wall down. Maybe
or doing something, because we know the next 3. We know 8, 9, and 10's names of the shows. 8's no one. 9, I forget. I have to look. I'm trying to Google it right now. And 10 is the Winds of Winter.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Winds of Winter, there is the Horn of Winter that was supposedly found back in like season 1 or 2 with all the obsidian glass.
I don't think anybody did anything with that, though.
No, they literally haven't touched it since. They haven't even brought it up. And
do they have
They didn't explain it or anything.
We just know it's at Castle Black.
Okay, I wasn't sure if they still had it. All right.
I think it's at Castle Black, and I think somebody's going to get a hold of it. Somebody that doesn't know what it is, and they're going to blow it. The wall's just...
What kind of asshole would just blow?
He's like,
I guess that's me. Like, if I just like, what's this? The whole fucking wall comes down.
The whole wall comes down.
Especially if it made that noise. Like, woo, yay!
Oh, God. That'd be so bad.
Well, yeah. I don't know if we got to talk about this, because I don't know if Brian was here for the episode where, like, we know exactly, like, Bran's storyline is much bigger than we initially anticipated. Like, he's not just like a ward.
He is the storyline.
He's not just a soil tree.
He is the
soil tree.
He is the new three-eyed raven, and I think a lot of Game of Thrones history kind of has something to do with him.
Possibly.
I haven't read anything about this. I'm just kind of going off like a whim here that the original Brandon the Builder has something to do with Bran helping put up the wall initially.
He built the others. I don't know.
I think Bran Stark has something to do with Brandon the Builder, the initial, like, what was he, 13th commander or something of Castle Black, and
oh God, I do not remember.
really going into the depths of your knowledge. This is all book stuff, by the way.
Jesus,
this is nothing
barely
from the show.
Book stuff. That's like it's like way beyond almost. Let's see. He was a member of the First Men from the Age of Heroes, founder of House Stark, and first king in the North.
See, founder House Stark is what. That's what I'm thinking, man.
Yeah. He let's see. He built obviously the Wall and also Winterfell. That's pretty much, those are the big ones. Yeah, I can't see anything else.
So, I don't know if they're probably won't really touch on that the rest of the season. I think we'll see Bran 1 or 2 more times this season.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're going to go that deep with it, unless that's probably going to be part of the cliffhanger on episode 10 is just, whoa, Bran was involved with what? Cut credit.
Tongue noise.
Why do I make that noise a lot and I need to stop?
Cum noise?
What? Oh gosh.
What else did we say we were going to come back to?
You did want to talk about Bear Island and Jorah a little bit.
Yeah, like what all do we know about
what happened with Jorah being exiled?
Yeah.
So Bear Island's always been a very poor island.
62
one of the poorer houses in general. And Jorah being of the heir to the island and also, like pretty important. He wanted to make some money for the house and for his then wife, I believe. I don't think there was him lying about it. So he bought some slaves and then sold some slaves, and then instead of facing the wrath that was Ned Stark, because he was let's pull it back. He was one of the houses under the banners of Stark. He was Stark was his liege lord, essentially. So if he ever needed help, he could call him. And Stark also being Warden of the North, he fell under his jurisdiction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he was, the one who had to carry out the sentence, essentially, or rather, he wanted to be the one to do that. And as soon as Ned heard about the slaving, he also heard that he fled. And he's like, oh, well, shit, okay.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah, and then obviously Varys got a hold of him, and he was a spy, and then he got friend zoned harder than any other man ever. So, that's, I think, the extent of what we know about Jorah.
Okay. And except he has great skill and he might die.
Or get a lava hand. Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna die.
He's gonna get a lava. What was that character's name?
Victorian Greyjoy.
Okay.
God, I wish he was in the show. Jesus. He used to be so badass. The man wore a full suit of armor on a ship and did not care about drowning.
That's kind of awesome.
It was
he had
badass.
a lava hand, so.
And he had a Kraken helmet. Ow, fuck, I hit my mic. So excited. He had a big old Kraken helmet with tentacles. It was really cool.
With tentacles.
Okay.
I found the title of episode 9 because I forgot. It was Battle of Bastards.
So lame.
Which, I mean, it gives it away that, well, I mean, we know that Snow and Bolton are going to be...
Jon and Bolton.
They're going to be fucking each other.
Well,
but we don't know who's going to win.
So, and it's episode 9, so someone's dying hardcore.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Well, I mean, Jon already has one notch.
Oh my god, if Jon dies again, everyone will be so pissed off.
He'll be annoyed, first of all. He'll be like, oh shit, come on.
Well, you know
No.
We haven't
call Melisandre.
I was going to say, we haven't seen Melisandre since she brought him back.
I think she's doing some sneaky shit in the shadows, as she does.
Yeah, trying to find a bra that holds up her saggy tits.
Oh, God. All she's got to do is put that ruby on and she's fine.
Can we not talk about her saggy old lady tits, please?
Oh, man. It's kind of... I miss seeing Tyrion. It's weird not seeing him in
really doing
every episode
right now.
this season.
That's another scene. They teased Tyrion in the next episode, so we will see him in episode 8, thankfully.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something, but I yawned.
It's okay.
Good.
I couldn't control it. It just came out of nowhere.
Yawn.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
God damn it.
I was gonna say if you want to watch a lot more Tyrion, rewatch the show because he's in like every scene for a long time,
That's true.
and he's fantastic. Also, read the books. Do it.
Yeah. Read the
You
book.
guys have no excuse. I mean, John can't read. I mean, that might hinder him a little bit. But you can find
Brian,
pictures.
don't tell everyone on the air, please.
We need Mira to come teach you.
Yeah.
No,
Wait,
Shireen.
No. Yeah, Shireen. Yeah.
Sorry, Mira is the one that's saving Bran's ass right now.
Fun fact, Jordan. When Brian and I first started making stuff on the internet, Brian had convinced everyone for the longest time that I couldn't read. It was like a long running thing, and we never cleared it up.
It was. Yeah, it was a thing for a year or two, I think.
Yeah. I'm going to do something real quick,
Do it.
and I'm going to ask John first.
Oh no.
If you could be a character in Game of Thrones, who would you be?
If I could be any character.
And actually be in Westeros, not just like walking around right now. If you could be somebody in Game of Thrones right now, who would you be?
John, please pick Hodor.
Hodor dead though.
I mean,
It could be anybody. Dead or alive.
I would love to be Tyrion. Because Tyrion's my favorite character.
Because he drinks a lot and knows stuff.
A lot of prostitution.
He drinks a lot and knows things. But like, he's got to interact with like all the major characters at some point. And
He really has.
I want to be him, and I want to be next to Mike Khaleesi.
Next to you. Okay. Brian, who would you be?
I thought about this because we did talk about this yesterday a little bit.
Yeah, I texted you.
I have decided Tywin Lannister.
Really?
You want to be shot while you're shitting?
I don't care about that. I'll lock the door to my pooper.
Because you know for now.
Yeah, but listen, he is a. Bridget's laughing in the background.
She's got headphones in. She's probably watching something.
No, I ruined her movie apparently because I made a joke. But
I was on the verge of tears.
she was crying in a movie and I made her laugh. No, I want to be Tywin because he's essentially like. He's like the man while he's around. Like everyone is afraid of Tywin.
The man.
Like he's awesome.
You're right. That's a good
And
point.
I'm going to be Tyrion so I can shoot you while you're shitting.
That's a really John. I'm your father.
These two. What?
You're a little short, John. I'll be honest.
What about you?
What about you, Jordan?
See, I honestly don't know. And when I was texting Brian,
Yeah,
I almost forgot your name. I was like,
it's
Brian.
Tywin. Okay.
Because I almost said Burn. I initially said Peter Baelish, just off the top of my head.
And then you fucking said Brienne.
I was like, no, never mind. I want to be Brienne of Tarth. I guess the more I think about it, I kind of want to be Davos because he's just so awesome.
He only has a couple fingers though.
I can live with, like, man.
And he smells sweetly of onions.
And he can't read until a little girl teaches him. So
he's reading at a 3rd grade level. He needs hooked on phonics.
But he's so badass. He's probably. I wasn't gonna say the Hound, but I was like, I kind of don't want to go through like that childhood burning phase.
Oh, you don't?
No. So
he doesn't seem like he's in a great position.
Now, Jordan,
with life
would you care about being on the losing end of a battle, or rather a war?
Yeah. I know where I end up.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Interesting. So we're all very different people.
Yeah. Well, except you two are like father son, but bastards actually. Tyrion's your bastard son.
He's not a bastard. He's not a Targaryen. He's not a Targaryen.
He's a Targaryen.
We'll find out.
Targaryen.
That means you can't bone Khaleesi because you'll be doing the incest.
That means I can do whatever I want.
But that's all what Targaryens did for centuries.
And Brian, I don't know I'm a Targaryen yet, so I still got time.
Listen, in the books, there's a saying that every time a Targaryen is born, they flip a coin based on if they're going to be crazy or not. So they shouldn't do that anymore. It's not a good thing.
Well, I mean, they've all been born of incest. I mean, Targaryens only bred within their own family.
Did you guys see I just remember this. Did you guys see the video I tweeted about getting ready for the Game of Thrones?
Yes.
The intro? John, did you watch that?
The fake intro.
No.
You didn't watch it?
What? There was some funny shit. The Game of Flutes.
Okay, we're going to make you watch after the podcast because it made me laugh really hard.
It was good.
But yeah.
All right.
Sounds good.
I think we've been struggling the past 10 minutes or so to kind of come up with stuff to talk about. So I think it's time to end the episode. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot to talk about, honestly, for the...
It was a dry episode. It was
a little
talky.
bit. I mean, it was...
If you get a dry episode of Game of Thrones, expect a dry episode of Binged.
Sorry. We'll try to make the best of it. But
next time, we'll porn.
What?
Continue.
I don't
know.
I don't think we have enough. I don't think we have enough time for any more episodes like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, Brian, what did you say before the show that you said that the next 3 episodes are claimed to be over 60 minutes long?
I believe they're going to be like 57, 59, and 61 minutes, I believe.
Which is about 5 to 7 minutes,
nice.
5 to 7 minutes longer than the past 6.
Yeah. So I'm treating these next couple as like a big ol' season finale, hopefully.
Fortunately, we will have binge next week on the 13th.
You say unfortunately?
We will not on the 20th, most likely. Unless Brian really feels like hosting it and finding another guest. Be my guest. You can totally do that, Brian.
Is John busy too?
John will not be.
Going to California.
Yeah, he will be in California.
Oh, yeah.
Which you could possibly still be in it, John. But
if we can make it happen, we'll make it happen.
Yeah, it'll just be you
Brian,
two.
I depend on you.
That will be hard.
Yeah. I will not be here. I will be on vacation. So I will be, which sucks because that's episode 9 and it's like, it's going to be the great one and I won't be here.
Right.
The other option is to just wait until the following week and do 2 in a row. But we'll figure that out.
Woohoo!
Later.
Woohoo!
Thanks for watching. Follow us on Twitter at Binge Podcast. You can follow me at Jordan0ZERO. Brian?
Me at B Shoop with 4 O's.
With 4 O's. Jern?
And me at John_Prosser.
That's right.
I don't know why it came out like that.
Hey,
John had strong.
I had strong.
You can also follow Front Page Tech at Front Page Tech. Thanks for being FPT News. FPT Network.
Braun Strong, man.
FPT Network, my bad. GFQ Network, thanks for helping as well. That's it. Say bye. We'll see you guys. Say bye later.
Bye.